Hi everyone, here Tommy Walker, the mind engineer again on another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming. Today is Entrepreneur Unleashed, but I want to talk about something that I've seen over and over again going out there. As many of you know, I've been an entrepreneur for 26 years and a mindset coach for 14. So I've been combining a lot about mindset and entrepreneurship. And 5 years ago, I got scammed by a company in the United States that was offering their coaching services to me. And as I was ever exposed to a situation like this, I just, very gullible. I fell into that scam and I invested in this company and they scammed me, as I was mentioning just now. So I've been studying since what is going on out there, that people are falling into these scams. People are becoming millionaires in a very short period of time, like in a year, 2 years, becoming millionaires, and why most people out there are not. So I want to talk a little bit about this. So this affects, people that are entrepreneurs and people that are not entrepreneurs, because as a consumer, you might be, involved in one of these things. I want to talk a little bit about the dark mindset tactics that these people are using to try to manipulate you to get your money. And that's what I want to share today. So let me change the camera 1 second. So thank you for being here. If you're watching #live, that will be awesome, people, if you can do that, or #replay if you're watching the replay. As I do this for free to try to share as much as possible to people out there to help. I have received hundreds of messages from people all around the world saying that just by consuming the free stuff that I offer, it has helped them in different aspects in their life. So I'm going to keep doing this. I love what I do. I want to help millions around the world, even if it's for free. I don't care. I love what I do. And I'm going to keep doing these things. I'm going to keep exposing the crap that is going out there so that people don't keep following these things. So today I want to talk about dark mindset tactics to become a millionaire, not to teach you guys how to become millionaires, but to watch out not to fall for these type of schemes, scammers and things like that. I'm going to explain what happened to me, how the mind works, right, and why we tend to fall for these things. One of the things to really understand is that if you're feeling calm, if you're feeling in peace, if you are not struggling normally, you're going to be able to see the red flags that these people are sharing. And the things I'm going to tell you are going to sound very obvious when you listen to them, but because you're at your house, you're maybe having your coffee or tea, whatever, right? Maybe at work, listen to this, or somewhere around, but you are calm, right? You're being able to think clearly. There's maybe in many cases, not everyone, but you're not struggling, nearly being evicted, maybe yes, but most people are not in those situations. So when we're calm, we're thinking clearly, it's much more difficult for these people to be able to get in and steal or get our money or whatever. What is happening is that many of these millionaires that happen overnight in a year or 2 years, if you look, they're selling a big dream. One of these big dreams, the other day I was reached out by a guy that said in his bio, I make it unreasonable for you to make $100,000 months in the next 3 months. Yes, listen to that. I make it unreasonable to make $100,000 a month working with me in the next 90 days or less or whatever. They use these, big, bold statements. And I'm going to tell you the truth, people, less than 0.5% or less than 0.1% of people out there are going to be able to do that. If I'm already making $90,000, they might tweak some things and I'm going to make it easier, put some more ads or do some things to tweak. But if you're making $2,000, if you're starting your business, if you're making $10,000, it's not that you're going to jump into $100,000 a month in the next 3 months, right? Yeah, if maybe you spend $500,000 in ads, maybe, of course, or $100,000 in ads, maybe you're going to make it, maybe, depending on many other things. But when they do those bold statements, what they're trying to do is to capture attention. And seriously, what they're not telling you is that most of the people in those programs are not making that money. Seriously. So what they're doing is they're using these feelings that some people might have of lack of worth, unfulfillment, not worthy, feeling like a failure. And most people have those beliefs. Yes, most people have those beliefs, even the ones that are successful. I've been studying the mind for 14 years. I have worked with very successful people. I have worked with several millionaires, and deep down, deep down, they still felt like a failure. They didn't feel good enough. They didn't feel worthy. They didn't feel accepted. So they needed more, and they needed more, and they needed more. And when they started feeling depression, anxiety, high levels of anxiety, they felt a lack of happiness. They were saying like, this is not working. I need to change something. And they started doing something to change that. And if you look, I think it was Jim Carrey that said, I would hope that everybody in the world could become a millionaire to realize that that is not happiness. He said something like that. I don't remember exactly. So yeah, it would be great that people could see that money is not it's not going to solve all your problems. It might solve some, but you're going to find other problems. You're always going to find problems if you're struggling with problems today. Seriously. I see people that have more money that now suddenly their lifestyle went up and now they have the same problem they had before, that the money might not reach to the end of the month, even if now they're having a much more expensive lifestyle. So we got to be very careful with these things, because a lot of people think that external things are going to bring the solution to their inner problems. And it's not. And this is what these dark mindset tactics come in. Because if you don't feel worthy, deep down, you might not be aware of it. If you don't feel good enough, if you feel like a failure, if you feel whatever, these people are going to use marketing to catch those unresolved issues. And that's what happened to me 5 years ago. As I always say, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on myself. If I'm not walking over water, if I'm not enlightened, I believe that I'm still working on myself. As I say many times, I believe we're spiritual beings living a human experience. The human side of us has unresolved issues. So although my life has changed immensely, it doesn't mean that I have everything figured out. 5 years ago, in the country that I'm living, there was an economic crash. It's been going for a while, right? There were many things going on. And the company that was being the main provider for me started not being able to provide me as much money as I needed. So I started looking for other things. And as I started looking for other things to try to make a little bit more money, and of course, do more of what I love, because I love doing what I do. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to transition between just teaching and coaching into coaching, internationally. So when I started doing that, what started happening is that I wanted to be able to, of course, get more out there, learn how marketing, sales, and things like that. So I decided to start looking into different companies in the United States to help me building my business. So these people came to me, and it was the first time I was exposed to this, and told me that I was going to start making $3,000 in the next 15 days, that in 15 days, I was going to make $3,000. And from there, the sky was the limit. So they didn't care where I was with my business. If I had experience teaching, to people all around the world in English, because I come from a Spanish-speaking country, right? So it was going to be my second language. And although you can see I have a good English, back then, my language to teach or to coach people or to help people in the area that had to be with, the mindset, I wasn't doing that in English. I was doing that in Spanish. So I didn't feel comfortable. I hadn't worked with people around the world one-on-one. I had worked with tons of people, but one-on-one in Spanish and from Latin America countries. So it was something different. I wasn't used to this. And one of the things that they started teaching me, these dark mindset tactics, was to push the person in a call as down as I could, make them feel so much pain, and then to come in as the hero, this perfect knight shining armor to get them out of the mud, providing them a solution and charging them $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000. Seriously, this is what I was taught, to push somebody down into the mud so much that they're drowning in the mud, and then come in and save them. Yes, seriously. And if you look at scripts, if you look at what's going on online, a lot of people are teaching this. In coaching, most of coaching, high-ticket coaching, is based on that. Affiliate marketing is based on that. If you see the people that are making millions, if you look at their tactics, it has to do with that. Push yourself down. So you tried this and it doesn't work because that doesn't work. And they try to start making you feel like crap. They step on your unresolved issues. They use these dark mindset tactics to trigger your unresolved issues. So they put you, don't get me wrong, we are putting ourselves there, but they try to put you there. And as you don't know how to manage your mindset, you put yourself there. So we are the creators, don't get me wrong. You got the power, but you don't realize these things. So you're giving your power away. So they invite you, or they push you, and you allow it, let's put it that way, to put yourself in a position of desperation, of feeling so bad about yourself that whatever they're going to offer you, you're going to go and grab it. Has anybody went through something like that? And maybe you didn't grab it because you had no money, but there are people out there that are getting their potential clients to, get a mortgage, get a second mortgage, refinance their house, or get a loan to jump in their program. I have heard people out there that are giving those possibilities to people because they say, no, in my program, you're going to make 10K in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So the mortgage or whatever, the refinances or the loan, you're going to get it back. So don't worry. But they don't tell you that 90 or 95% or even more people in that program are not getting those results. They're telling you the few that are getting those results. And they're kind of making it look that it's everybody out there that are getting those results. So now they put you in a place of desperation. You allow it. Don't get me wrong. As you don't know how the mind works and how to protect yourself, this is important. You fall prey into those things. And I did it. And I've seen lots of people. And I'm going to go into other type of even scammers out there that play with these things. So you feel like crap. You feel worthless. You feel that you're messing up your life. And they are the knight shining armor. They are the hero, and they offer you a $5,000 plan, a $10,000 plan, and you fall into that because you're under desperation. On top of that, they play the scarcity, limited time offer now. Like if you don't pay right now $10,000, it's going to go 15 in the next couple of days. Just for you, I have this offer. Instead of 10, if you pay right now, it's going to be 8. And they start playing with desperation. Desperation triggers your reptilian mind. Reptilian mind is a survival mind, that it doesn't think clearly. So your mind gets fogged, you feel like crap, and then they come with a solution that it has a guarantee that it's going to work for you, as it has worked for all these people out there. So what do people do? Boom, they fall for it. I fell for it. Seriously, they made me feel like crap. I allowed it, don't get me wrong, because I wasn't aware of what was going on. I knew how the mind worked, but I wasn't aware of these things like that. So I fell into their game. So I started believing the crap they were saying. Then they brought scarcity in, and they told me that in the next 15 days, I was going to make $3,000. In the next 30 days, I was going to be able to make $10,000. And you know what I found out when I was in that program? That not even 1 or 2%, let's say 1 or 2% of that program were doing that money. Why? Because they already were doing money when they came into that program. They had their business and they needed to tweak some things. But I was starting in English online, that I've never done it before. So for my mind, this was something completely new because I had to practice my vocabulary. I had to learn different words, right? In mindset, but in English. So it wasn't just translated because I had never done it before. So suddenly I found myself in an uncomfortable situation. So I didn't feel that I could just get out there and start helping people, and charging them $3,000 for a program. I didn't even have a program back then. But they taught you how to put a program together. Just put a couple of videos together and boom, go out there and sell them, right? It was all garbage. But they were stepping on my, in a way, unresolved issues that made me go into desperation and tell me that, oh yeah, I even got a loan for that. People, yes, I got a loan for that. They started manipulating me to tell me, okay, but do you have credit cards? Do you have, can you access loans? Do you have somebody that can loan you money? Because Tommy, you're going to make $3,000 in the next 15 days. So in a month, you're going to be able to give that loan back. And in 2-3 months, you're going to be making thousands of dollars. And I didn't know about this. This was completely new to me. So I fell into that. So it's important to understand these tactics. If somebody's pushing you into the mud, is helping you bring all these triggers to the surface in a sale call, they're playing with you. They're manipulating you. Because if they had something really good, they shouldn't be doing that. Ferrari doesn't make you feel like crap to sell you a Ferrari. They don't need to push you into the mud to make you feel bad to then buy their stuff. They're a Ferrari, Lamborghini. They don't need to do that. You know that is good stuff. If people have the money, they go pay for it. So it's important to understand these people are using manipulation to get you to buy. One thing, and I ask this to people, how are you feeling? How long have you been struggling with? To have an idea where they are, right? But not shove them into the ground. Okay, but if you don't change anything in your life, nothing is going to change. What are you waiting for? And they start pushing. One thing is suggesting, asking, being with them. And the other one, hey, Ringo, thank you for stopping by. Hey, Romana. And another thing is to manipulate people, use these tactics. So they get you to a point of desperation. And you know what? They do this the same way for scammers. I have worked with women or men that have been scammed by opposite sex, in this case, somebody from, a potential, relationship they had online. And suddenly, out of the blue, the person, family, I don't know, a kid, normally a kid, my kid had a crash and the system at home cannot cover for this. I need help, please. I need $20,000, please. Or they had an accident and now they need money. And I've seen men or women send money to these people. And then suddenly these people disappeared. And normally the money is sent by crypto. Sometimes it's through bank transfers, yes, but many times it's sent through alternative things like crypto that are not traceable. So this person creates a persona. They, make someone, quote unquote, again, we got the power, but these people fall in love with them. And then they manipulate them to get their money. Yes, there's a lot of this going on. I constantly see this. I get women, reaching out to me saying, oh, Tommy, you're so beautiful. Are you married? Are you alone? I'm looking for a partner, blah, blah, blah. And they just reach out to me. Normally, they're not even women in this case. They're men hiding behind a profile to try to get me to fall in love, start a relationship, whatever. I had so many people reach out to me in different ways, acting out of these desperation many times, trying to put you right now. No, they cannot put me there because I know these things are going on and I know how the mind works and how these tactics try to trigger the mind. So as I know the mechanic, I haven't fallen again like that. Once I had a guy try to sell me something and he was like, okay, but Tommy, what do you want, in 6 months? And he started trying to, get information. And he started, I was playing his game to see, okay? And suddenly the guy said, okay, but Tommy, if you want to have this, you want to have that, you want to have that, you need my services because my service is going to be able to take you there. And they use that. And I was playing along just to see how this guy was using this, right? So a lot of people are using these manipulation tactics, these dark mindset tactics to get you to fall for their trap. So it's important to understand that if you're trying to grow a business, you're going to hire somebody. If you're seeing that they're trying to make, push you into the mud, try to make you feel like crap, they're trying to manipulate you. One thing is to ask questions, understand what the person is, and the other one is to make the other person try to make the other person feel like crap. But as people have unresolved issues, we all have them. We're still here, in this human form. We all have unresolved issues. These people are going to use the marketing tactics mostly are based on this, triggering your unresolved issues to make you feel like Coca-Cola. If you look at Coca-Cola, most of their ads are about people smiling, family, and Coca-Cola in the middle. What do you think they're trying to, get across? Family, love, joy, Seriously, start looking at these type of things. You're going to see them. When people tell you they're going to be able to make $10,000 in the next 30 days, 60 days working with them through trading, whatever, and you never trade before, BS. If you're a good trader, but maybe you're missing something is one thing. But if you don't know what you're doing, and these guys are going to teach you how to make $1 million in, I got a guy reaching out to me saying that I was going to make $500,000 working with him in 6 months. He didn't even know where I was with my business. He didn't even know how much I was making. But he was telling me that working with him was going to allow me to make $500,000 in 6 months. BS, people. They're working on people's desperation. People want more money, want a better life. Why? Because at the end, Most people don't feel worthy, don't feel good enough, don't feel valued, don't feel loved, don't feel accepted. That's why you see so many people now. Now, what is the big thing? Before it was crypto, everybody was in crypto. Now crypto fell apart, although it's still working a little bit. And, it's not as big boom as before. Trading. It's not trading. It's, going to the gym and having a shredded body. Now that is the trade, what is now kind of bouncing up, having a shredded body. Why? To feel loved and accepted. People doing trading to feel loved and accepted. If I can make money, I can feel good about myself. I stop feeling worthless. So people are looking on the outside to fill gaps on the inside. And now these, heroes come out there and showing a solution for them. Oh, if you work with me, you're going to have a shredded body in the next 90 days. And there's nothing wrong with having a good body. Don't get me wrong. I take care of my body. I take care of my mind. I take care of my food. I take care of my diet, I take care of my body, I take care of my mind. But I do it more and more from a place of I love myself, so I take care of myself. A lot of people are doing it from a place of filling gaps inside. And then these scammers, these, people out there are using these tactics to manipulate people, to get them into the programs, to scam them and things like that. Scammers playing on people's vulnerability by confusing their emotions. Exactly, Ringo. That's what they do. The more you love yourself, the more you understand how the mind works, is going to be able to take you to a place of peace, to a place of centeredness, to a place of, calmness, where you can see much more clear what is going on. If they're trying to manipulate you, if there are red flags, because many times we don't see the red flags. And I have worked with different people, men and women, that have lost $20,000, $50,000 to scammers online. People that told them that they were in love with them, that wanted to spend the rest of their life with them, and suddenly something happened. They got sick, they had an accident, or a family member had an accident, and they needed money right away. And then they start bouncing on them, saying like, if you don't give me this money, my kid is going to die. Do you want to have that in your hands? And I've heard crazy things, seriously crazy things. Imagine me telling a person if they don't give me their money, my kid's death is in their hands. What? No, Tommy, it's in your hands, or it's in your kid's hand. If he was driving and he had a crash, or he was walking and a car ran over them, no way, it's your fault. No way. So if they're using that, that is manipulation. That is these dark mindset tactics that they use in marketing and sales to get you to buy crappy stuff. Because if they had good stuff, they wouldn't need to do that. One of the things that I tell people, and a lot of people that work with me and people that might be listening to this, please share your experience. If you talk with me over a call, did you feel manipulated? Did you feel pushed to buy my stuff? In a call, there's none of these things going on. I invite people, if they want to work with me, I invite them. I don't tell them, oh, you need to work with me. This is going to solve your problem. I'm going to save you. Bullshit. Yeah, that's how we can get people to pay $10,000 for something. But that is not ethical. So watch out there, people, because it's full of different people, even people hiding behind profiles or people hiding behind companies. I get these every week. A couple of people reaching out, telling me, Tommy, would you like me to get you 20 appointments per week or 20 appointments per month, working with me, guaranteed. I did that a couple of years ago, I think it was. I signed up to somebody that promised me to get me 20 appointments, people interested in mindset, in loving themselves, and overcoming procrastination, stress, anxiety, different problems they were struggling with. They didn't get me not even one appointment. When I said, hey, I want my money back, you didn't get me anything. They said, no, we put the work in. We're not going to give you back the money. But as I knew, I was prepared to that because I knew, right? I had paid with my credit card. Credit cards like American Express, they don't care about the company. If you tell them this person scanned me, this is a scam, whatever, American Express is going to go into this company, they're going to take away their money and they're going to give it back to you. Then and only then they're going to start investigating what happened. And if the other company can prove with a signed contract signed contract only can protect a company. So what I do now, I don't sign any contracts. If I feel something weird, I don't sign any contracts. If they tell me to pay with, with a bank account, no, I pay with credit card. If they ask me to pay with, crypto, no freaking way. No way. So only credit card, and I pay with my American Express. I'm not sponsored by American Express, people, don't get me wrong, but American Express has amazing lawyers that are going to protect your money. And they're going to give you back the money very fast, in less than 24 hours. You can have your credit in your bank account, and your credit card, in your credit card. And then they're going to investigate what happened. So whenever you need to pay something, my recommendation is use your credit card. And if there is something weird and they come up with a contract, don't sign a contract. Or if there is a contract, and listen to this, if there is a contract, but in the contract, it doesn't say anything about chargebacks. Listen to that word, chargebacks. What is a chargeback? If the contract you sign saying that you will not do a chargeback, and that's what happened to me. I signed a contract and said that I wasn't going to do a chargeback. It doesn't matter how the service was being provided. I screwed myself. I signed for that. I got myself into that rut. But now I'm teaching these things to help people not go into those ruts. Don't sign a contract that says that you're not going to ask for a refund or chargeback. Maybe not the word refund. If it says chargeback, it's even worse. Refund, you can still fight it, but chargeback, you are screwed, because American Express or not any company out there can protect you if you sign something like that. So never sign that you're not going to do a chargeback, right? Paid with credit card always. Even if people are asking for a loan, find a way. If you think you know them, pay them with credit card, because if something goes wrong, you can ask for a chargeback, and that money is going to be back into your account very fast, and you can protect yourself. People, be careful out there. There's lots of people preying in our unresolved issues. And if you don't know how the mind works, and you don't know how these people use those unresolved issues in their benefit, that's what happens. That's where, again, if I started studying 5 years ago after this incident, 4 years and a half, 4 years, I don't remember exactly, but after that incident, I started studying why so few people, are becoming millionaires out there, and why is that happening? And if you start looking at people that claim that they have become millionaires, fast millionaires, don't get me wrong. If they had, like, I know a guy was selling sponges that he was in Shark Tank, right? He was selling sponges or things like that. One thing, or a woman that was selling something to be able to climb up into the car to adjust the kayak on top of the roof. She invented with her boyfriend, I think it was husband or something, they invented a piece of plastic that got hooked up into the door, and then the person can climb up, right? That was amazing. And she became a millionaire overnight. But when people are selling services, and you look at what they're selling, and they're selling that you can become a millionaire, or they become millionaires in their 20s, in their 22s, in their 25, overnight, in 2 years, whatever, look at what they're selling. Because if they're selling how to become a millionaire, yes, it makes sense. Because you know what? A lot of people are there and wanting to become millionaires. But what they're not telling you is that 0.1, 0.2% of people in that program maybe are getting results. The rest are not getting those results. Guaranteed. I've been in many programs as paid. I paid for some of those programs to learn and realize that it was all the same crap, right? And also because I was called to do some mindset coaching in there. Yes, I was invited to several places to offer a coaching, session, and I did it because I wanted to do some intel and I wanted to study what was going on. And as I started talking with people, I started realizing that most people in there were not getting the results. But I couldn't say anything, don't get me wrong, but I got the intel out and I realized that a lot of those people thought that they were the problem because they were not getting the result. They wouldn't see, okay, wait, we're 10 in this room, we're 20, we're 30, we're 50. And out of the 50, 1% or 2% of those people were getting results and the other 98% were not. Okay, so if 98% of people in that program are not getting those results, am I the problem or is the program the problem? Is this lie that I was sold into is a problem? And this is something to take into consideration. And most times we don't do that research. We think that we're the problem. We don't want to expose ourselves. We don't want to say, hey, I'm not making any money. Is anybody in here also? And I've seen some. I was in a group from that company that scammed me. Then they never gave me the money back. They invited me to go back into a program. So I went back to do some intel in there, see if I could get some clients from there too, right? And in a group that I was in, I realized that most people in that group were not getting results. And they were blaming themselves. That was exactly what this program was telling them. If you're not getting results, that's on you. You're not doing what I'm teaching you. It's your problem. So if you're not a millionaire in a year, it's your problem, not the program problem. They're not telling you, and most people are not getting that. And again, if you're not selling how to become a millionaire and you don't have proof how to become a millionaire, people are not going to buy from you. So it's very rare that you're going to become a millionaire in the next, 6 months or year. The people that are becoming millionaires fast, please start investigating, start looking at their profiles. I'm in many groups that people come out and say, oh, I'm a 6-figure earner. In 3 months, I made 6 figures. Or in a year, I was able to become a millionaire. In 2 years, I become a millionaire. Check them out, and you see they're going to have a big promise how to make a lot of money fast. That's how they do it, people. And then when you're in a call with them, they're going to, in a way, you're going to put yourself there, but they're going to try to push you down, make you feel like crap, and you're going to allow it because you don't understand the mind work. You don't know how to counteract that. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to fall into desperation, and then you're going to give them many times your money. Seriously, that's how it works. That easy, it's how it works. But using our unresolved issues, these people are preying on us. So I hope this made sense. I hope if I can help one person with this, that's amazing. One person, if they take benefit from what I'm saying and protect themselves from this crap out there, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm already happy, don't get me wrong, because I've learned so much from this, what I went through and helping people that have gone through scammers and how to protect people from falling into new scammers. I'm happy. But I would like to be able to help one person out there. More people, the better. So if you can share this, please, if you can share this to your profile, if you have a group or whatever, share these things, because there's so many people falling for this crap. Another one that they're doing, they tell you that they're gonna, somebody reaches out and said, Tommy, I love your work. Tommy, you're amazing. And they start talking to your ego. Tommy, you're amazing. You're great at what you're doing. I love the work that you do. Talking at your ego. I want to give you money, or I want to help you grow more, or whatever. They're talking at your ego. They don't give a shit about you. And what they do, they tell you, do you have the Cash App, Tommy? I want to donate money to you. It happened to me, seriously, several times. I play along with this, right? So I said, oh, whoa, thank you very much for that. No, Tommy, thank you for the work that you're doing. I love the work that you do. I love that you're helping people, blah, 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 blah. I want to give you $2,000, Tommy. And I'm, whoa, great. Yeah, of course. So now they ask you for your user. I send the user. They send me back a screenshot with my user saying that the $2,000 are pending. Then they tell you, oh, Tommy, they're pending because you need to pay the expenses of sending you those $2,000. That is $20, $50, $200, whatever. I have had different stories. So they tell me, if you send me $20, Tommy, or $200 or whatever, those $2,000 are going to get released into your account, and you're going to have them automatically in your account. That's BS, people. The Cash App, if I send you money, if it's $10,000, $20,000, it doesn't get stopped for you to pay anything. No, you don't need to pay anything. If it's not being released, it's something on my side. So I told the person, look what I do, just playing along. I say, okay, let's do this. Instead of sending me $2,000, send me $1,800. So we pay the $200 of transfer with that money. And they're like, no, I cannot do that. Why not? If you're telling me that there's a $200 transfer, payment, why don't you discount it from that? Because it's a scam, people. Seriously. It's unbelievable how people are finding ways to scam others, whether it is, try to, making you fall in love with them, making you think that you're going to be able to now become a millionaire working with them, or start trading and start making thousands, or whatever. All these crappy people. I go into social media and I see every minute videos scrolling of, oh, learn how I made $10,000 in 30 days. Learn how I made $10,000 in 3 months. Working with Tommy, I did this. And they do all this blow up, all this crap for you to fall and pay them money. And then they disappear, or they give you crappy stuff to start practicing. Suddenly you're not making money because you don't feel comfortable telling others how to become millionaires when you're not a millionaire yet. But they did it. They did it. They had no ethics at all, and they felt comfortable telling others, how to become a millionaire when you're not even a millionaire yet. Seriously, that's what they're doing. Check around, and you're going to see many of this. It's going to be scary as you start opening your eyes and see what's going on out there. I started becoming scared, like, wow, I get these every week. People try to sell their coaching business to me, and I see their profile, and it's totally bullshit. And people try to scam you. So it's not to be scared. No, it's to be aware. It's to understand, to protect yourself and your asset, your money, your life. So I hope this made sense. Let me know what you think. Send me some love. Engage with my video. More people get to see it. The more people get to see it, the more people get to be protected from these scammers and these things going on online. Becoming a millionaire with a business takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a 3-month, 6-month thing. If you already have a business that it's running and you're making a lot of money and you're making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, yes, makes it easier to scale. But if you're starting, forget about it. I tell this to people, forget about making money when you're starting. Practice, get good at what you're doing. Alex Hormozi, a guy that, is a multimillionaire, says exactly that. Yes, a multimillionaire that it has ethics, that has, values, that is more about helping people more than just making money. It's okay to make money, but it's not okay to steal money, to lie to people to make money. That is stealing. Lying to make money is stealing. So pretending that you're a millionaire to make people think and want to work with you to become a millionaire, BS. And I've seen a lot of this. So watch yourself out there so you can protect yourself, your assets, your money. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if you felt it was a little bit negative. It's not negative. It is the truth. It's the facts of what's going out there and how they're manipulating people. So I'm sorry you feel like that. I hope you can see it in a good sense of protecting yourself. So again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Share, comment. I would love that. Thank you, everyone. Take care and have a great week. Bye.